What is going on, my fellow twisted mofos? Now, I'm not sure why, but ever since my last review of DeadTube Chapter 6, people have been loving this shit, and I've gotten so many messages to review Chapter 7. Trust me, I read it when it came out, but as some of you know, my internet has been up to some bullshit, and I just got it fixed, so now I can review this delicious manga. In this chapter, there weren't any boobs except for flashbacks, there weren't any plot twists, there was no I am the cameraman, but it was still epic, and DeadTube is basically what I thought it was. I mean, either the director or Mai already said that it's a place where you upload people dying, basically, and you get paid for it, and that's all we were told, except for if you get the least amount of views, which is so fucked up, the director's family has to pay all that shit, yo. I believe it was like 5 million something yen. I have to go back and look, but that's a lot. I mean, her family didn't do anything, yo, so that is the catch of DeadTube. At first, I thought the cute little DTube mascot was going to say, if you get the least amount of views, you yourself are the next target for the next DeadTube shooting or something like that. That would have been more threatening in my opinion, although being blamed for the crimes and, you know, not being able to get away with it is a lot too, because you can spend your entire goddamn life in jail if you don't get enough views. So DeadTube really is a dangerous game, and I'm very interested in seeing what dictates who is the next target. Like, is it one of the low-rated people? I really want to know why that substitute teacher, of all the people in the world, is the next target. I don't think they went over that process. If they did, correct me if I'm wrong and tell me in the comments, but there has to be some type of way for DTube or DeadTube in its entirety to pick out its next victim. Machia is just so confused, man. He tells his sister that I may not even be back, so don't count on your ice cream, tell dad and everything. I was like, dude, you're just going to her house. And bruh, I know Mai is crazy as fuck, but she is so hot. I mean, she was in her panic, bruh. If I went over her house, I don't care what kind of psychotic shit she made me watch. If she came to me like that, bro, and put her hand near my Johnson, them panties will be coming off. But this chapter just made me believe that there are many, many more DeadTube participants in Machia's school, because as soon as the teacher arrived and stated her name and everything, there were like 3 camera phones that immediately started recording her. So that's a very scary thought, especially for Machia, because he probably doesn't know that his best friend in the school or like some close people that he grew up with may be involved in this bullshit, because he idolized his director and we saw how twisted she was. I'm pretty sure Mai has a better idea of who's all involved, but Machia is still clueless, yo. And Mai says something very interesting. She says that Machia will get a better idea of what's really going on during the next 7 days in this new teacher's filmings. So I'm very interested to see what's happening next, man. I mean, there weren't any plot twists like the last chapter. There wasn't any killing at all, but we need chapters like this to set us up. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get another epic plot twist. And Machia is torn between, maybe she just wants the money, maybe I'm going to be next. I mean, he doesn't know what to think, man. But I think as long as he keeps shooting beautifully, as she says, then he'll be okay, as long as he keeps doing what he's doing. But the question is, would he want to stay in that line of work, man? I mean, he's getting paid a hell of a lot, but that is asking a lot from someone to just film someone killing someone else like forever. And we all know once he tries to get out of it, that Mai's going to turn against him. Maybe he'll be the next target on DeadTube. I would not be surprised if he or Mai become the next target at some point in this manga. But for right now, we got an explanation of DeadTube that we already knew, plus a little bit more about the consequences of not being able to get many views, and we also got our next victim. So, like I said, man, I know I said this like at least 3 times in this review, but I want to know what dictates the next victim, because I mean, so far that teacher just seems like an ordinary teacher, but I mean, we all know that the director wasn't ordinary at all. She seemed that way at first too, so I wouldn't be surprised if this teacher is also involved in DeadTube in some way. But I mean, we're going to see her tits, man. Did you see how they just perked up in between her arms like that? We're going to see her topless within the next few chapters. But yeah, that's basically what this chapter was. And I just love how Mai just psyched and creeped out those kids at the beginning, trying to get information, more information on the club. And Machia couldn't even respond to them correctly. He's just out of it right now. But we do know that he gets a boner every time he films something like that, and Mai keeps talking about it, but he doesn't want to live up to it. So he's just as much of a perv as she is. Bruh, I'm telling you, I would not be surprised at all if one time he's filming something and then after that, he and Mai just bone on the dead body and record it. I would laugh my ass off, but I'm pretty sure that's going to happen because they both seem to enjoy that shit a lot. But anyways, tell me what you guys thought about this epic chapter. Why is that teacher the next target? What's going to happen? This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.